In May 2019, we flew to Florida and bought a C-Class motorhome at Camping World. In June, it was time to fly back to the States to pick up our new camper. During this road trip, we decided to explore a few major cities like Atlanta, Boston, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C., and take the Appalachian Trail up north to Maine.
We bought a brand new Torsato 31Y in Dover, a beautiful full body paint 31-foot camper with an auto level system and one big slide out. In Atlanta we drove to Stone Motor Park and from there we took an Uber and metro to visit CNN headquarters. Most of the newsrooms and studios for the CNN channels are located in this building.
The reason for love has always been amazing. I might do bad things, I agree, but the moment says it's right for me. So can I get a one dance? Cause I wanna be the one dancing. I wanna be the one better and stronger and faster. Bottle up and get going. The road is running up slowly. I wanna be the one better and stronger and faster.
After the guided tour at CNN HQ, we walked through the Centennial Olympic Park and took a look at the world of Coca-Cola. After exploring the history and having a look in the vault of Coca-Cola, where the secret chemical formula is kept and well secured, we could taste the many different species of this world-famous brand.
That is everything we got, and now take every chance we get to do is what I believe is right. Tonight's the night we come alive. To live and to love, you don't need much, you got the pieces. Beyond and above, when you know the single reason I might do bad things, I agree. But the moment says it's right for me. So can I get a one dance? Cause I wanna be the one dancing. I wanna be the one better and stronger and faster. Bottle up and get going. The road is running up slowly. I wanna be the one better and stronger and faster. The moment says it's right for me.
Taking a part of the Appalachian Trail, we hooked up our camper at the Great Outdoors RV Resort in Franklin, North Carolina. There we met Mike and Polly, the two friendly managers of this very nice campground, and could try out our small barbecue for the very first time.
From Franklin we took the scenic route to 19, further north all the way up to our next stop in Buffalo. Starting at our campground, we could use our new bikes for the very first time to have a look at the Niagara Falls. The Niagara Falls is for sure one of the most amazing places we have seen. With more than 2.5 million liters per second falling down at the Canadian side, the Horseshoe Falls, this is for sure one of the most astonishing natural phenomena on Earth.
We continued our trek up north, making some beautiful stops in between, and finally arrived in St. Agatha in Maine. In our opinion, this state is comparable with the small state Luxembourg in Europe. Hilly green slopes and many blue water lakes in between. A perfect place to get some rest and escape the speed of life and the hustle and bustle of big cities.
From our campground downhill, there was a very nice lake called Long Lake. On the 4th of July, it was an extremely hot and dry day, we got the idea to bike around this lake. However, the navigation app was not as accurate as we thought it would be. After biking a few hours, we met an American and he asked us if we needed water. We didn't want to admit that we were thirsty and only asked the guy where we could buy some drinks. The guy showed us the way, but by using this remarkable app, the route should be shorter.
After 3 to 4 hours, we came at the same point we met a friendly man and we decided to ask for help. After less than a few minutes, a pickup truck arrived and the guy offered us a ride to the nearest buy shop. He was amazed that we want to bike to our campground and decided to bring us home with his truck.
After Maine, it was time to go south again, and we drove to Mount Desert Island. And we know that the pronunciation looks a bit funny. An amazing place with a lot of scenic places and routes. To surprise Ben with an early birthday present, I booked a flight above these beautiful islands.
More south we took the train from Littleton to Boston. From there we took the metro to several beautiful sights. We started with a guided tour by one of the students of Harvard University. He was able to give us more inside information about this prestigious institution. After having a short look at MIT as well, we took the subway to Fenway Park. This is the home of the Red Sox and is the oldest downtown baseball stadium of the USA. To learn a bit more about the roots of the states, we took the Freedom Trail. This is a well-marked trail within Boston, showing the most significant buildings which played an important role in the US road to independence.
In the area of Lancaster, where 30,000 Amish people have their home, we visited the little town Ronks, where we took an old steam train to explore the environment of the Amish. After using the train, we had a look at the Amish farm to learn more about the way the Amish live.
In Philadelphia, we saw the Liberty Bell, the iconic symbol of American independence, and we visited the Independence Hall. An original draft of the Declaration of Independence was exhibited as well.
The first prison where people were punished by depriving their freedom is the Eastern State Penitentiary. Al Capone and Willie Sutton are well-known criminals who were held in this prison. In 1924, the governor of Pennsylvania allegedly sentenced Pep, the cat-murdering dog, to a life sentence at Eastern State. Pep allegedly murdered the governor's wife's cherished cat. However, the reason for Pep's incarceration was that the governor donated his own dog to the prison to increase inmate morale.
In West Virginia, we met friends we knew during the time we worked in Germany. With them, we traveled from Chester to Washington, D.C. The White House was smaller than we expected and well protected. In the capital we had a guided tour and this place was very impressive. At a sudden moment we were surprised that the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, was passing by.
Although we were delighted about the way we were traveling, the C-Class motorhome was noisy and not as comfortable we were hoping it would be. So in Virginia we traded in our Thor Chateau 31Y for a so-called fifth wheel and a pickup truck. Much more comfort and much more space, and of course after hooking up the trailer, the use of our own transportation.
On our way back to Florida, we visited Jekyll Island. In the Georgia Sea Turtle Center, we could see how injured sea turtles were recovering.
After bringing our fifth wheel and pickup truck into the storage facility in Florida, we took a 24-hour lasting train ride to New York where we stayed 8 nights. Surprisingly quick, we saw all familiar places, well known of TV or internet. New York is a place you should see, but to be honest, after a few days you have seen it all. The 9/11 memorial was very well done and touching. The view of One World Center is amazing.
From New York we flew back home to the Netherlands.